Here at Currie Enterprises. Whoa, look at that hair. Don't worry about the hair, guys. Here at Currie Enterprises, picking up the rear end. They're bringing it out right now. We're gonna pack it up in this beauty. The 87 G20 van. Gotta love it. So here it comes. There it is. Now to get in there, right? Think we can lift it? No? All right, it's in the van. We muscled it in. Guys at Currie helped me out. Hey, it's a good thing I work out. This thing's kind of heavy. But there it is, guys. So let's take it home. Well, I've made a mess. Take a look. I've got things everywhere. I am never this disorganized. But it is what it is for now. Last video, you guys saw that we got subframe suspension, disc brakes, Wilwood, Tech suspension all put together. All right, what's next? I could do some brake lines maybe, but let's keep focusing on brakes and go to the Currie 9-inch. This hasn't been featured yet, so let's get to it. I don't know, maybe I already released a video, you know? It's hard to timeline these things, guys, but let's put some brakes on, right? All right, here we go. So here we have it, Wilwood disc brakes, rear for the rear end. So I open this box, we're gonna take everything out, lay it all out, make sure everything's there, and then start putting it onto the Currie 9-inch. But first, let's get this all unpacked. Okay, it's all unboxed, ready to go. I do have it situated so that I've got driver's side here, passenger side there. Because the Currie 9-inch is facing me, so that is the driver's side, passenger side. That way I don't get this mixed up. The rotor and the e-brake kit, the orientation does matter. The caliper on the rear does not. So that's why I have this set apart. There are arrows and there's part numbers. It says, you know, LH, RH. So I'll double check before I put it on, but this way it'll make it much faster and easier to remember. All right, so let's get this onto the 9-inch. The emergency brake kit is now installed. Have the I use the Wilwood retainer plate for the axle bearings because it fits this. Where if I look at the one that came with Currie, one, it's too thick, and two, it doesn't have a lip that the Wilwood needs for this brake kit. So put theirs on, torqued it down to Currie specs though, which is 35 foot-pounds. So the T-bolts in the back here, let's see, where are they at? Right here. There's 4 of them. Those are 35 foot-pounds. All right, so now we got to put on the brake rotors, and then also this little adapter ring, because this is too wide. So what this does is goes right over, right there, then that hub will sit perfectly on. There's a little groove right here. See if you can see it right there. And it fits right on there perfectly. So we'll go ahead and put that on, and then we'll start bolting up and shimming the calipers. Put the brake pads in, and we'll see how it all fits. Let's get to it. Alright, so we're having some issues fitting the rear rotors onto the Currie 9-inch. And I thought they were seated properly, but they weren't. And that's because Currie does use a 0.5-inch or half-inch stud, but they have a sleeve at the bottom of it that's actually 0.530 of an inch. So that 0.030 is not allowing the Wilwood rotor, which is pretty much exactly 0.5, half an inch, stud hole, and it's not fitting over that sleeve. Let me show you guys here, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do about it. Okay, so here's the studs that comes with the Currie 9-inch, and the threads and everything is a half-inch. That's great, but you can see there's a sleeve right there. All right, and that is just enough to not let the rotor sit flush. And that's causing issues with the caliper not lining up correctly in the brake pads and run out. So if I take my trusty calipers here and I measure, let's see if we can do this with one hand. Put that there. And oops. Measure here. There we go. If I measure this, I get a readout of 0.530. So that's 0.030 over of what these actual holes are. These are exactly half-inch. So solution, drill it out. I'm going to use this 35/64 inch drill bit that I got on Amazon. And it even says in the Wilwood instructions that these holes may need to be drilled out. So this is not an uncommon thing. This isn't something that's going to damage it. Just got to make sure we drill and we drill straight. Even if it's a little off, it doesn't matter, because this is actually centered by the center hub, right? It's not centered based off of these holes. It's based off of the center hub. So I'm not too worried that if I only get it 98 or 95% right, should fit fine. So let's get to drilling and then test fit. All right, well, being that it shouldn't be that much, I'm just gonna go for it instead of putting it on a drill press. Yeah, I figured it's gonna grab me. Clean these up. There's one. I need 5. Oh, it really grabs. There's 2. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't do what I'm doing, guys. There's 3. Yeah, not the bad. Alright, 4 and 5. There we go. Nope. Used the wrong drill. There's 4. I'm gonna have to paint these so they don't rust. There's 5. All right, let's go test fit it. All right, so we drilled out the rotor stud holes, and what do you know? This sits nice and flat, perfect. We got this caliper shimmed out. It's good to go. There is no type of run out now. This is the driver's side, so this side was kind of okay before. The really bad side was the passenger side here. Now, this one I thought had run out. The problem was it just wasn't sitting flush. So like I just showed you guys, drilled these out, and now when I turn this, there is no, I know it's kind of hard to see and I'm shaking the camera like crazy, but there's no more run out. It's good. So problem solved. We can move on, put some red Loctite, torque it down, and move on to the next project. All right, so I went back and ended up using my step bit. It actually made a nicer hole. Also didn't create any burrs. It gets rid of the burrs for you. I have a burr removing tool, but this was just much easier. It didn't get crazy like the drill bit did. I did go to a 9/16 instead because of it just fit a lot better. So these are now completely drilled out. I did mock them up as you guys saw. Now I took them off, and there's some bare metal, right? So we're going to take care of that. I'm going to spray some chassis high temp paint on them so that we don't worry about rust down the line. So I'll spray it on the inside and spray it on the outside. Then we'll let it sit, cure, and then we'll bolt everything up. Well, there you have it. Wilwood brakes on a 9-inch Currie. Completely installed, painted, so it's not rusting, as you guys saw earlier. Cotter pin for the brakes is in. Just bent one line. And red Loctite. Everything is shimmed. It's looking good. I did do the adjusted the emergency brake pads, so slight drag as the instructions say. No run out. Everything is flush. It's great. I'm happy to have this done. I'm happy to have the let me move this fan here. It gets hot in here, so I gotta have a fan. But happy to have the subframe done as far as suspension and brakes go. Next is getting the car here from the body shop, and so we can start bolting things up. So hopefully that will be done soon. Stay tuned. And like they say in YouTube land, like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you soon.